Have you ever done everything right, counted calories, skipped desserts, even pushed through those hungry nights, yet your weight just refuses to budge? You wake up thinking, maybe today the scale will move, but it barely shifts. And you start wondering, what am I doing wrong? Here's the truth that most people don't tell you: it's not your willpower. It's not your diet. And it's definitely not your age holding you back. The real reason your body keeps storing fat, no matter how hard you try, lies deep within your metabolism, and one tiny hormone that quietly controls it all: insulin. Now, before you sigh and think, "Oh, another lecture about carbs," just hear me out. Because what I'm about to share isn't another boring diet rule. It's a surprisingly simple trick that changes when you eat your food, not what you eat, and it burns more fat than 48 hours of fasting. Sounds impossible, right? But stick with me, because medical research backs it up, and the results are nothing short of eye-opening. Let me ask you something: how many times have you skipped breakfast thinking it'll help you lose weight? Or maybe you've tried those tough workouts that left you exhausted but still no lighter. You see, as we get older, our body starts playing by a different set of rules. Our hormones shift. Our metabolism slows down. And even the healthiest foods can trigger insulin spikes that tell your body to store fat instead of burn it. It's not your fault, it's biology. But here's where things get interesting. You can actually hack this system. You can eat the same foods you already love, yes, even the bread and rice, and still help your body burn fat more efficiently. All it takes is learning this one simple timing trick that Dr. Carson Fung calls a game changer for metabolism after 60. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how it works and how you can start using it today to restore your body's natural balance. No starvation. No complicated diets. Just smart eating, based on how your body really functions. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let's dive into this together, because you're about to discover the simplest, most natural way to help your body burn fat and feel younger again. And before we go any further, comment, "I'm ready to learn," if you're serious about taking control of your metabolism after 60. And don't forget to subscribe to Senior Health Wisdom, where we share practical, science-backed health tips to help you age gracefully, live actively, and feel your best every single day. Now, let's talk about something that might change the way you look at food forever. Imagine this: you've followed every rule in the book. You've cut back on sugar, skipped desserts, measured your portions, and even started taking those evening walks. Yet, every time you step on the scale, it's like your effort just disappears. The numbers don't move. The mirror barely changes. And you start thinking, maybe this is just what aging feels like. But what if I told you that the problem isn't your effort, it's your body's silent messenger? That messenger is insulin. See, insulin isn't the enemy. It's actually a life-saving hormone. Its job is to take the sugar in your blood and move it into your cells so your body can use it for energy. Without it, we wouldn't survive. But here's the catch: when insulin levels stay high for too long, your body stops burning fat and starts storing it. And as Dr. Carson Fung explains, that's exactly what happens when we eat too many carbohydrates, especially the processed kind we've grown up on: white rice, bread, pastries, even some of those so-called healthy cereals. Each time you eat them, your blood sugar spikes. Your body releases insulin to clear that sugar out of your blood. And what does insulin do? It tells your body, store this for later. It tucks away the extra energy in your fat cells, locking it up tight like a savings account you can't access. The more often you spike insulin, the more you save, and not in a good way. That's why you can be eating fewer calories and still not losing weight. Because it's not just about the calories, it's about the hormones that decide what your body does with them. Now, here's where most people, especially those over 60, get trapped. You've probably been told your whole life, eat less and move more. That might work when you're younger, when your hormones are sharp and your metabolism is quick. But as you age, your body becomes more sensitive to insulin spikes. It's like your internal fuel system starts misfiring, and no matter how little you eat, your body still thinks it needs to hold on to fat for dear life. That's why so many seniors end up frustrated, doing all the right things but seeing none of the results. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're just dealing with a body that's running on old programming. So what can you do? Well, here's the good news: you don't need to starve yourself, skip meals, or give up your favorite foods. You just need to eat smarter. And that's where this carb trick comes in. It's simple, it's backed by research, and it works with your hormones instead of against them. You see, it's not about cutting out all carbs or fasting for days. It's about when you eat them. The timing makes all the difference. So, what's the trick? It's not what you eat, it's when you eat it. Picture this: you're sitting at your dinner table, ready to enjoy your evening meal. There's a tender piece of chicken on your plate, a colorful mix of vegetables, and a warm side of rice or bread. Most of us reach for the bread first, right? It's soft, comforting, and it feels like the perfect way to start a meal. But here's the surprising truth: that simple habit, starting with carbs, might be the very thing keeping your blood sugar high and your body stuck in fat storage mode. Researchers have discovered something fascinating. When you eat your protein and vegetables before your carbs, you can reduce your blood sugar spike by over 50%. Same meal, same calories, same ingredients, but an entirely different effect on your body. Here's why. When you start your meal with protein and fiber-rich vegetables, your stomach begins to slow down digestion. These foods act like a natural shield, softening the impact of the carbs that follow. So when you finally do eat your rice, bread, or potatoes, the sugar enters your bloodstream much more gradually. Your insulin response is smoother, lighter, and instead of shouting, "Store fat now," your body quietly processes energy the way it was meant to. Now, most people assume that the only way to control blood sugar or lose weight is to cut out carbs altogether. But that's not true. You don't have to say goodbye to your favorite foods, you just have to change the order in which you eat them. That's the beauty of this method. It's not a diet. It's a simple shift that helps your body work smarter. So here's a practical tip you can start tonight: begin your meal with your protein, chicken, fish, tofu, or eggs, and your vegetables. Wait about 10 minutes before you move on to your carbs. Think of it like a fine dining experience, an appetizer that sets the stage for the main course. And don't worry, this doesn't mean you have to eat in silence or keep a timer beside your plate. It's about being mindful. Let your body lead instead of rushing through your meal. You'll notice not only a difference in your energy levels but also in your cravings later in the day. People who've tried this approach often say they feel more satisfied with less food. Their evening sugar crashes disappear, and that late-night hunger that used to whisper from the kitchen, it fades. Because when your insulin stays balanced, your body no longer swings between energy highs and lows, it stays steady. But here's the best part: this method works beautifully for older adults. As we age, our insulin sensitivity declines, which means our body needs a little extra help managing blood sugar. The carbs-last method does exactly that, without medication, without fasting, without any complicated routine. It's a small change that creates big, lasting results. And remember, this isn't about perfection. You don't have to do it every single meal. Even making this switch once a day, say, at dinner, can start to improve your blood sugar control and reduce those stubborn belly fat stores. It's amazing how something so small can have such a big impact. But that's not the only trick. There's another simple way to make your favorite carbs even friendlier to your waistline, one that involves a little science and a lot of flavor. Have you ever noticed how Mediterranean meals always seem to include olive oil, vinegar, or a little yogurt on the side? It's not just about flavor or tradition, it's science at work. There's a reason people in Mediterranean countries tend to have steadier energy, better heart health, and lower rates of obesity, even though they eat bread and pasta regularly. The secret isn't that they avoid carbs, it's how they pair them. Let's break this down. When you eat carbs, like rice, pasta, or bread, your body breaks them down into sugar. That sugar then enters your bloodstream, raising your blood sugar levels. But when you mix those carbs with natural acids and healthy fats, like olive oil, vinegar, or yogurt, the digestion process slows down. The sugars enter your bloodstream more gradually, and your insulin response stays calm and steady instead of spiking through the roof. That's the magic of food pairing. These natural acids act like brakes for your metabolism. They don't stop it, they just help control the speed, preventing those roller coaster blood sugar spikes that trigger fat storage. Here's a perfect example. Plain white bread has a glycemic index of about 71, meaning it causes your blood sugar to rise quickly. But if you dip that same bread in a bit of olive oil, the glycemic index drops to around 50. That's like transforming white bread into whole grain bread, just by adding healthy fat. Same food, different effect. Your body processes it more gently, keeping your energy balanced and your fat-burning switch turned on. It's small, smart adjustments like these that make a huge difference, especially as you age. Because our bodies become more sensitive to blood sugar swings, it's crucial to find ways to soften their impact. And you don't need complicated recipes to do that. Here's what you can do starting today: drizzle a spoonful of olive oil over your salad or vegetables. Add a splash of vinegar to your greens or a light yogurt dressing to your meal. You can even enjoy a small cup of Greek yogurt alongside dinner. These small tweaks don't just enhance flavor, they help your body handle carbs more gracefully. When you eat this way, you'll likely notice you feel lighter after meals instead of sluggish. You'll have fewer cravings later in the evening. And you may even start to see the scale shift, not because you're eating less, but because your body is finally working with you, not against you. Think about it, this isn't about restriction or willpower. It's about chemistry. You're giving your body the right tools to manage energy the way it was designed to. So next time you sit down for dinner, remember, it's not about cutting carbs, it's about companions. A drizzle of olive oil, a splash of vinegar, or a spoon of yogurt can turn your favorite comfort meal into a metabolism-friendly feast. And once you've enjoyed that meal, what you do after eating can make or break your fat-burning success. That's where the next step comes in, and it's simpler than you think. Now, let's talk about something incredibly simple, but often overlooked: the power of movement right after a meal. Most of us finish dinner and then head straight for the couch, maybe to watch the news or catch up on a favorite show. It's a comforting routine, but here's the thing: after you eat, your body is flooded with glucose from the food you just consumed. And that glucose is waiting for a signal. It can either be used as fuel or stored as fat. What decides its fate is what you do next. Dr. Carson Fung often emphasizes that you don't need intense exercise to make a difference. Even something as gentle as a 30-minute walk after eating can dramatically lower your blood sugar. Why? Because your muscles act like sponges. When you walk, those muscles start pulling glucose from your bloodstream and using it for energy. Instead of your body storing that sugar as fat, it's being burned off naturally, and efficiently. Think about that for a second. You're not dieting. You're not fasting. You're just walking. Yet, you're literally changing how your body handles the food you just ate. A study once found that people who took a simple walk immediately after a meal saw their blood sugar drop from 6.5 to 5.6, that's a significant improvement, just from moving their body. No gym, no treadmill, no fancy equipment, just a gentle walk. And here's the beautiful part: this works especially well for older adults. As we age, our muscles become less sensitive to insulin, meaning our body struggles to use glucose efficiently. But walking helps wake those muscles up again. It reminds them, hey, there's energy here, let's use it. So here's a small but powerful tip: after your lunch or dinner, don't rush to sit down. Take a slow walk around your home, your garden, or down the block. You don't need to walk fast or far, consistency matters more than speed. What matters most is simply moving. You might even find that this short walk becomes a peaceful ritual, a way to clear your mind, enjoy the evening air, or reflect on your day. It's not just about burning fat, it's about giving your body the rhythm and movement it craves. And here's something else to remember: walking after meals doesn't just lower your blood sugar, it also helps with digestion, reduces bloating, and improves sleep. It's one of those small daily habits that ripple out into every part of your health. So the next time you finish eating, think of it this way: your meal isn't truly over until your body has had its gentle 30-minute walk. That little bit of movement can make all the difference between storing fat and burning it. Now, you might be wondering, how does all this connect to real, visible fat loss, especially after 60? Well, that's where everything you've learned so far starts to come together in a powerful way. Imagine this for a moment: you've been following these simple steps for a few weeks. You start your meals with protein and veggies, you save your carbs for last, you take a gentle walk after dinner, and one day, you notice something subtle. Your pants fit a little looser. You wake up with more energy. You're not as hungry between meals. That's not luck, it's your hormones finally working with you, not against you. You see, every small choice you've made, the order you eat your food, that drizzle of olive oil, that peaceful evening walk, they all speak directly to your body's chemistry. And when insulin levels finally calm down, your metabolism begins to breathe again. It's almost like flipping a hidden switch that's been stuck for years. Dr. Carson Fung calls this process a metabolic reset. It's not about starving yourself or chasing quick results, it's about allowing your body to return to its natural rhythm. When insulin stays low, your body doesn't panic. It doesn't rush to store fat, it gently releases it. You start burning energy the way you were meant to, not just when you're hungry, but all throughout the day. And here's what's even more beautiful: this approach doesn't rely on strict diets or willpower. You don't need to give up your favorite meals. You're simply eating in a way that respects how your body truly works. Think about it: how often have you blamed yourself for gaining weight, thinking you lacked discipline? The truth is, your body has always been trying to protect you. Insulin was doing its job. Now, you're just giving it better instructions. So instead of spikes and crashes, instead of sugar highs followed by exhaustion, you get calm energy, balanced hunger, and gradual, steady fat loss. Try it for a week. Notice how you feel after meals. Pay attention to your hunger, your sleep, your energy. Because these tiny changes aren't just improving your metabolism, they're resetting your hormones in a way that feels effortless and sustainable. And here's the best part: you're not depriving yourself of joy or flavor. You're not counting calories or skipping meals. You're just giving your body time to catch up with your intentions. That's the true secret behind the hormonal reset. It's not about doing more, it's about doing smarter. And yet, this journey isn't only about food or fat burning. It's much deeper. Because once you start to feel that shift inside, once you realize your body is capable of change, even after 60, it becomes about something even more powerful: reclaiming control of your health, your energy, and your confidence. Let's be honest, losing weight or managing your health after 60 can feel frustrating. You eat right, you try to stay active, yet your body doesn't always respond the way it used to. It can feel like your metabolism has just slowed to a crawl. But here's the truth: it's not your fault. It's biology. As we age, our bodies go through hormonal changes that make weight loss harder. Our insulin sensitivity drops, our muscle mass decreases, and our metabolism naturally slows down. But that doesn't mean your body is broken. It simply means it needs a different kind of attention, smarter, gentler, and more in tune with how it truly works. Right now, you're not fighting your body, you're learning to work with it. You're not starving yourself. You're not punishing your body. You're aligning with its natural rhythm, giving it the signals it understands. You're turning everyday habits, like how you eat and when you move, into tools that awaken your metabolism again. So tonight, when you sit down for dinner, try this: start with your protein and veggies. Let your body absorb the fiber and nutrients first. Then, slowly enjoy your carbs. And once you've finished eating, take that peaceful 30-minute walk. Don't rush it. Feel your body move. Let your muscles do their quiet work, burning the energy you just gave them. Over the next few days, pay attention to how your body feels. You might notice your energy rising, your digestion improving, your hunger calming. Those are signs that your metabolism is waking up, that your body is listening. You're never too old to change your metabolism. Your body is still capable of healing, of burning fat, of thriving. All it needs is the right signal, the right partnership between what you eat, when you eat, and how you move. So, let's recap what we've covered today. Eat your proteins and veggies first, then enjoy your carbs last. Pair your meals with healthy fats or acids like olive oil, vinegar, or yogurt. And after each meal, take a short, calming walk to help your body burn energy instead of storing it. These aren't drastic changes, they're small, daily habits that make a big difference over time. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to managing your weight after 60? Is it cravings? Energy? Motivation? Share your thoughts below in the comments. I read every single one, and your stories truly inspire this community. If you enjoyed this video and want more science-backed tips for aging gracefully, make sure to subscribe to Senior Health Wisdom and tap that notification bell. You'll get new insights each week to help you stay strong, vibrant, and informed. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Remember, it's never too late to care for your body the way it deserves. Small daily choices lead to lasting change. Stay healthy, stay hopeful, and as always, take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video.